Kitty, the axe! Do it, Kitty!
My bad. Let's make the one and only Warden head from Minecraft. Alrighty, so first off we're gonna add 3 whole boxes of super moist white cake mix and put it inside a bowl. We're then gonna add 3 boxes of banana pudding, or vanilla if you're nasty, and pour those suckers in. Next we're gonna add 3/4 cups of sour cream, 9 whole eggs with no shells.
I said no shells.
2 tablespoons of vanilla, 3 whole cups of water, and 1 whole cup of vegetable oil. We're then gonna grab a mixer and mix it for about 2 minutes, or until Athena tries some. Yeah, she's cute and all, until she interrupts your 5-nap video! So all we're gonna do now is pour that batter straight inside 4 square baking pans and bake it for this many minutes. So while that bakes, we're gonna get started on that frosting. And for that frosting, all we're gonna do is cream up 7 sticks of butter with 6 to 8 tablespoons of milk, 2 bags of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, and a little bit of that blue dye to give it that Warden essence. Once we're done with that, we're gonna give it a little mixy and start decorating. So for those decorations, all we're gonna do is grab our cooled off cakes and apply that frosting right on top. We're then gonna frost the rest of the layers, but for that last layer, all we're gonna do is add 4 straws to the cake to keep it nice and sturdy. After that, we're gonna frost those sides and start making that fondant for the skin of the Warden. So for that fondant, all we're gonna do is melt about 3 whole bags of marshmallows and then add 1 whole bag of powdered sugar and mix it in. We're then gonna butter and sprinkle that powdered sugar on the counter and pour that marshmallow mixture right on top. Once we're done with that, we're gonna add in 1/3 cup of water and then mix that baby up till we get a nice fondant ball. So after your fondant ball is all nice and done, all we're gonna do now is add about a tablespoon of blue gel and 1 whole jar of black gel to our dough to make it nice and black. We're then gonna roll that baby out and drape that butterball right over our cake. And also, fair warning, if you do mess up on this step, you might have the urge to, and that's totally reasonable. But when you're fixing that fondant and you're trying not to cry, it inevitably gives your cake this realistic lumpy skin texture that I think personally resembles the Warden. And if you don't believe me when I say this is just a happy accident, then just listen to my boy Bob Ross.
We don't make mistakes here. We have happy accidents. Very quickly you learn to work with anything that happens.
Wait! Does this mean my life's not a lie? That I'm not an accident? No, you're still an accident. Oh.
So once we're done making our happy accident, all we're gonna do is make a half a batch of fondant, but this time dye half of it dark blue, a handful or a cup light blue, and the rest of it teal.
Which is just green and blue mixed together.
We are then gonna grab a bendy straw and cut 2 triangles out of one end, just like so. After that, we're gonna insert the triangle side of the straw inside another straw and repeat the process 2 more times. Once we're done with that, we're gonna slap some tape on it and then insert 3 big old skewers inside the straws so we can stab it inside that cake. We're then gonna grab 3 Christmas tree Sorry. So all we're gonna do is grab 3 Christmas tree hooks and hook those suckers right on top of our straws, just like so. After that, we're gonna wrap that antler with some dark blue fondant and then form a curve on top of the antler to give it that horn shape. Once we're done with that, we're gonna add some spooky scary spikes to the top and bottom of our antler, and as well as add blue and green dots with blue and green hairs to our Warden antlers and move on to that kisser. Aww. So for that kisser, all we're gonna do is trace that mouth right into some parchment sheet paper and then cut it out. We're then gonna transfer that sucker onto some rolled out teal fondant and then slice and dice. After that, we're gonna slap that sucker right against our cake and then spray some black spray so it can look a little something like this. cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Andy Rose. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Now let's eat it. Oh, look at that.
We defeated the Warden!
I'm ready! Run!